The Moldy Bread Project by Jennifer Liu. The purpose of this project was to observe how different liquids affect the growth of mold. The items that are listed below are the materials that are used for this experiment. These include lemon juice, sugar water, water, bleach, bread, spray bottles, Ziploc containers, rulers, and a beaker. The setup of the experiment is shown below. Shown on the left, I measured 10 milliliters of liquid and poured it into a spray bottle so the amount of liquid on each bread would be consistent. I then put 5 containers aligned on the table and added a piece of bread in each one. After spraying each slice of bread, I let it sit for 5 days. Shown of the experiment, I put each slice of bread into a container. Shown on the top left is the bread filled with sugar water. Shown on the top right is the bread filled with lemon water. Shown in the center is the bread that has nothing in it and is the control. On the bottom right, there is the bleach. On the bottom left, there's the water. This shows day 5 and the final day of the experiment. On the top left, the bread shows obvious signs of mold. On the top right, with the lemon juice, there's minimal amount of mold, but it is still obvious. In the center, with the control, there's no mold at all. On the bottom right, with bleach, there's a little bit of mold, but still less than the lemon juice. On the bottom left, there's the water, and it has about the same amount of mold as the lemon juice. This graph shows the information that was gathered from each trial of the experiment. As you can see, sugar water that was added to the bread had the largest amount of mold growth. When nothing was added to the bread, there was barely any signs of growth at all. This second graph shows the amount of mold that was grown on the piece of bread over the course of 5 days. This third graph shows the average amount of mold growth on the bread. This table shows the qualitative data of the experiment. The results of this experiment show that glucose is an ideal environment for mold. It provides a lot of energy and is a great food source. On the other hand, bleach destroys bacteria similar to how heat does, by denaturing the proteins. However, in order to keep food as safe and sanitary as possible, it is therefore recommended to be stored in an environment that's dry and not damp or wet.